Okay, so sometimes you would think things would change, but it seems like at the last moment, they just pull you back in anyway. I've been going to all these job interviews and all these places trying to get a job, and it's just been a long, drawn out humiliation ritual. Like, it is not, there's no dignity in this anymore. Like, you go there and you have to beg like a dog in front of people who can barely even you can barely even understand what they're saying. You just have to beg on your hands and knees, please sir, I want to clean your toilets. Like, it's like some bullshit job anyway. It's some trash job, and you have to pretend like it's so great. You have to tell them, yeah, yes sir, I want to do this job. It's so important to me. It's my dream actually. My dad, he taught me how to clean toilets when I was a kid. I've always wanted to do this. Like, it's just these long humiliations, and you don't even get the job anyway. And you never actually get the job because there's a whole line of like 40 dudes who are like 35 years old and 40 years old who are also competing for the same garbage job. I don't know how they ended up there. You would think that maybe like later on in life you would get to a better position, but I don't know if that's even true because these guys are also competing for these jobs. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna be just the future. I guess everybody's just trying to get anything they can. I'm basically competing against like the entire multiple continents, the equivalent of multiple continents, just coming to this one job, to clean toilets and to serve pizzas and all this stuff, and to clean the floor, and I have to compete with that, and like you don't get the job. I guess. I mean, I guess they found someone better or something. You just never get the job, and you have to go back to your whole hope something better for the future, and it's just pathetic. It's just pathetic. It seems like it's impossible. And you go to these places, you try to give them your paper, like, yeah, I'd like to work here, and like these places don't even have. What I noticed is that these places don't even have any. They don't have any customers. Like, they barely have any people working in there. A lot of the time, there's more workers than customers in the store. So I think the economy is just busted now. It's just trash. Like, I think a lot of it is just the economy's terrible. I think a lot of people are getting laid off. I think it's pretty generally normal. It's just bad. Like, people don't need all these non-essential workers and these people to make them food or whatever. Like, basically, I guess these jobs don't exist as much. Even these clothing stores, there's like two people working in the entire store, and there's like zero clients. It's like there's just nothing now. So I guess that's not helping for my situation. So I tried to like get like the government like disability money or whatever, and there's money they give out like just a little bit to people if they have $0, and apparently I guess I can't because I have like $100 extra or something, so they don't give it to you. So I guess you can't. I mean, maybe in the future I'm just gonna reapply and maybe they'll give it to me at some point. It's like nothing anyway. I think it's like barely any money, but why not? I mean, if I'm not gonna do anything. But yeah, I'm just trying, and I'm just like going everywhere. I'm like walking the street, and I just go in every store and I just ask them like, "Are you looking for people to work here?" And like, it's always like, no, sir. It's always like, no. It's always like, we'll take the paper, but thank you. And like the few times I've gotten an interview, it's always been like, it's never worked out for some reason. Like, what's even the point? Like, I don't know what's missing. I don't know why someone else would be better. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone coming there has no qualification, and it's just like has no competence whatsoever. But I guess they just picked someone that seems like friendly or whatever they do. But it's just kind of ridiculous now, and everything's so expensive, which doesn't help at all. Everybody's insane, which also doesn't help. Like, you know, everything being expensive and nobody having jobs and the jobs being trash, like, it's a bad combination. Because you want to like buy food, and like the food costs like it costs like the entire day of work, so you're just like permanently stuck with nothing. Like, if you have to pay rent, you're literally permanently stuck. You have no savings whatsoever. You have $0. You're just completely stuck in life. You can't do anything. You're working just to get up the next morning to work again, and that's your entire life. This job, this dead end job, where you get to eat noodles at night and like pocket pizzas or whatever, and that's your life basically. And it's like TV dinners and all these things. You just eat this frozen food, and then you go to work and you break your back and you die at like 50 years old, and that's like your great life, and you didn't get shit. And thank you very much. So, like, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do now, I guess. I mean, people live like that. A lot of people do that. A lot of people live like that. That's completely real. It's a lot more than we see. I mean, it's not glamorous. It's not romantic. You don't see it in the movies. They don't put it in the Hollywood shitbag movies. All these trash, like pretty much propaganda movies where they tell you that everything's so great, and they pretend like they live in this magical world like Disney World. A lot of people got their mind brain rotted, by the way, by this stuff. I genuinely think, like, you watch all this stuff, you watch all this social media crap, all these like, everything's so great. You can make money. You can be like the king of whatever. Like all these like great promises, all these great visions. Like it's so delusional and it's so dumb. I guess maybe the people that live in like these places, like Los Angeles, that make these movies in Hollywood, they're all rich and they're all fucking assholes and they don't care. They're just gonna say anything. They're just gonna say, yeah, so we love it actually. They're just gonna say anything to just completely out of touch with everything. Even the people on social media, they're all rich. They're all out of touch. They all have no idea what's happening. They're gonna say anything. They're gonna say you just have to work hard and you're gonna get it right. You're gonna get what you need and you just have to put in the work and everybody can make it. And it's all BS. I just hate all these liars everywhere. It seems like the entire society, everything you see is like written by a liar and a scammer and someone who's trying to rip you off and just scam you in some way or another. It's just I just don't even want to deal with anything. I don't want to see anything. I don't want to hear about anything. I'm just completely disgusted with like all this stuff, all these lies and all these like it just sucks. There doesn't seem like there's anything good, and like it's so ironic, like all these like you're gonna get rich, all these weird hopes that people have, all these like I'm gonna read this book, I'm gonna read how to get rich in 48 steps, how millionaire in 2 days, in 7 days, or whatever these books are, all these trash books. They're practically written by ChatGPT, and they sell them on like Amazon Marketplace, all these trash books, and like people pretend like there's some incredible knowledge. You open the book and like in the book it's inside there's like it just talks about how great his life is and how he it's like basically fluffing for like 100 pages about how important it is to like be confident. And there's like one line that's about like making a business and like, oh, so I went there and I made a business, and like that's the entire book. And it's like, okay, thank you very much. It's just because there's nothing to say. It is a scam. It is literally a scam for gullible people. Just like so many things are now. I mean, everything's a scam. The entire internet's basically a scam. I mean, it's all these rich people that are out of touch, that are lying to you, trying to get your attention, to sell you product, to sell ads, to make money. It's literally the entire internet. It's the entire business model. That's how it exists. So I don't even want to. I'm not even interested in seeing that stuff at all. And I encourage you to just throw all that stuff in the garbage. Just all this stuff is just the biggest waste of humanity ever. I just don't want to. It's just worthless. So, but you know, the real world has is not much better, I guess, because you go in the real world. At least it's real. At least you know it's your life or whatever. But everybody's still insane in some way. Everybody's still trying to get their money. Everybody, I guess, is still in the same mindset. This like mindset of my job is so important. Like every time I went to these job interviews and stuff, all these all these managers, you would think they would like dislike their jobs, right? Because their job is basically talking to like people who are paid minimum wage to clean toilets, and they probably had to clean the toilets at some point. And I don't know what they do now. They like count papers for like they file papers for like the payments of the people that are cleaning the toilets or whatever. You would think they would dislike their job, right? But it seems like these people are always on this like high, and they've convinced themselves that their job is somehow important and impressive and really valuable, and they just talk about it about all with all this like honor this like self-aggrandizement, like, oh my god, my job, this is one of the greatest jobs. It's an honor to work here. Like here, this is not any company. This is a company that gets the work done. Like they speak about it like it's some kind of achievement, some kind of great thing. It's like, dude, you're just working at like this crap job, and like what are you really doing? Like it's okay that you're like it's good, I guess, that you're able to tolerate it, but you don't need to like pretend like it's some amazing thing. Like there's nothing amazing about this. You're just working, you know? But I guess you do need to believe. You do need to like be kind of delusionally in love with all these things if you want to actually work there, if you want to get to manager or whatever, if you want to work there for a long time. You need to be a kiss ass and to just like these things, even though they have nothing about them that's really likable. You need to think that you deserve to be there, that this is where you belong, that this is some kind of great place for you to be. I mean, genuinely, I think that's how these people probably got to manager, is because they got there and they were and they were the one person who thought that this job was amazing, and they just kissed ass to everybody, and they always were so enthusiastic about everything because they thought it was so cool to clean the floor and all that. That I guess they eventually got to manager. And listen, it's good to be able to tolerate that stuff. I mean, I'm not above it. I don't care. I want to clean the toilets. I want to clean the floor. I mean, I want to do this job. Give me the job. I just want to work, right? But if you think that that's like where you belong, if you think that like this is some kind of honorable thing, it's not honorable. Nobody likes you. Nobody says thank you. Nobody values you. Nobody cares about you in this job. Don't pretend like it's some kind of great place to be. Like it's okay. It's passable. It's you can get this. It gets the job done. But really, it's not. You shouldn't be like. You shouldn't think that you're some kind of. You shouldn't have this delusion that people somehow like you, or that you have some kind of valuable position. Like nobody cares, dude. Nobody cares. But I'm not sure exactly. You also all these economic situation, all this poverty, and everyone being broke, and this society feels like it's just crumbling. Like it feels like it's everywhere I go, it's always kind of the same thing. All the people there are like the employees are like they can barely speak English, and they don't care. They're half asleep. Um, it's just they're yapping. I don't know what they're saying. The clients, it's all like old people, and or it's like if it's like young people, they look like zombies. They don't have any. I don't know. They feel like they just have no idea where they are, and there's just generally not that many people. Like I guess, but I mean, and there are people, but there aren't people where it matters. There aren't people in places where you expect people to be in a healthy society. There's a lot of people that running around in the streets screaming. There's a lot of people buying like super underpriced kind of over buying kind of buying like the cheapest stuff, I guess, because they're broke or whatever. So like it doesn't seem healthy. It seems like people are concentrating in these areas of despair. People just they don't really there's no enjoyment, and when you see it, it seems like it's kind of it has when you see people like outside trying to play sports or whatever, it has this aura of like of just something being kind of pathetic about it. It's like everybody kind of like these people kind of feel like I have to do this. I have to get myself out there and do something because I'm wasting my time. Like it's not genuine. It's not happening organically. I think people are trying to put themselves in a position because they feel like they're being left behind. They feel like they're wasting their time, or they have to do something of themselves. It's not organic. That's kind of what I'm seeing. I feel like I'm seeing in the world, and it doesn't seem like it's getting better. Like especially with these romantic situations. I mean, that's in the gutters. That's in the garbage at this point. I don't know if anybody has any hope of having any kind of romantic success or even friendship success, because it seems like people are like mentally ill now. I mean, mental illness is rampant. Uh, just these people are socially completely unable to actually deal with people, and it's not surprising. I mean, I've seen it, I've experienced it. Nobody really wants to talk to anybody, and why would you? I mean, why would you talk to anybody? Who cares about people? People are like dangerous now to you. I mean, they can't do anything for you. They can't be beneficial to you. Uh, if anything, they're dangerous because Everybody's in a panic, so you don't want to deal with people. I don't want to deal with people. I don't want to talk to people. I don't care about talking to them. I don't care about refining the skill of being some kind of great social person. I mean, it's not valuable. It doesn't really matter that much. So why would I work on that, right? I think other people are maybe having a similar experience. And so all these romantic relationships are basically have been thrown into the complete trash. I mean, they're not gonna happen. I mean, these people, this is like the last generation or something because people are not gonna do anything. People are gonna stay to their own, and that's gonna that's gonna that's gonna have a produce a societal collapse. Like genuinely, people don't realize it. People think it's not a big deal, but if there's no people, there's no society. At the end of the day, you need people to make the society. And if there's no people, I don't know what the society is going to look like, but you can already see it. It's kind of, we already have this society that's basically this big place that's just working to make these old people survive. I mean, literally, all these old people who don't really do anything because they're too old. And there's this population of like kind of younger people and like people coming from other countries just trying to work all these shitty jobs that are half scams by people who are richer than you, like that are completely unproductive and that are completely dead end. You're just working, trying to produce, trying to like compensate by paying taxes for all these like this like mass of old people, like this huge mass of old people that have the political control because they're the only ones that vote, and there's way more than them, and they never really had many children, so there's just a small, it's like an inverted population pyramid. I mean, this is an obvious thing now, but it's basically at us trying to lift the weight of like all these old people who, by the way, aren't helpful at all. They're all keeping all their money, and if they use their money, they're gonna use it on like all these end of life care stuff. They're not gonna give it to their children. There's not gonna be any inheritance. If your parents even have any kind of any money to give you, it's all gonna go in hospitals and end of life care, and they're gonna keep it to the last moment. They're gonna be bitter about it. They're gonna cause as much problems as possible. It's just gonna be a mess, and that's basically what society is now, and we're forced into this weird contract where we're all losing value. We're all living this worst condition, overall worst condition, because all these old people kind of fucked up and had no children, and now we have to carry that extra weight. It's just, I mean, this is really what's happened here, and you can explain like everything politically and socially, and so many things are connected to this situation. It's probably one of the biggest explainers. Uh, just this kind of demographic situation. It explains so much stuff when you think about it. And there's so many things connected. I'm not even gonna get into it, but basically, I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to get a job. I'm trying to do the work. As cringe as that sounds, as goofy as that sounds, I guess I'm just gonna keep. I mean, what else can I do, right? So we're gonna see where that goes. We're gonna see where that goes. So yeah.